Hello, Henrico learners and families. Welcome back to EdFlix. My name is Mrs. Farnham and I am from Ridge Elementary. I'm so excited to be with you this week to work on some reading and writing together. Today our lesson is going to focus on setting a purpose for reading in nonfiction. There are many different types of nonfiction. And it's really important for us as readers to know what type of nonfiction would be the best for whatever reason we're actually going to read. For instance, I was in my backyard today and I was looking at the birds at my bird feeder and I saw a bird that I had never seen before. And so when I went to go find a book to help me figure out what kind of bird this was, I picked a book called The Young Birder's Guide. And this book is really great because it has lots of different information about different types of birds and different locations. And I knew exactly what my purpose was for going to get that book. It was to find this bird that was at my bird feeder. That purpose would be really different if maybe I was going to do a craft with my daughter. We picked out a book that would help us with our crafts that's called Crafting with Old T-Shirts. The purpose for reading this book would be really different than the bird book that I was looking at. We wouldn't be able to find crafts to complete together in a book about birds, but this book would be perfect for that. So knowing what the purpose for our reading is really important, and it helps us choose books that are going to help us with that purpose, and it also helps us understand what we're reading. It gives us some context. So today in your lesson, the first thing you're going to do is go to Clever and log on to watch the video on Brain Pop, where Annie and Moby are going to tell you about the different types of nonfiction and the parts of a nonfiction book that help give you that information. They're also going to talk a little bit at the end about some graphic organizers that you can use while you read to help keep track of all that information that nonfiction books tend to share. And sometimes it can feel like too much, but if you have a way to organize it, it really helps. Then, after you watch your video, you're going to log in to PebbleGo using Clever again, and you're going to use a graphic organizer that looks like this. And I'm sure you've probably seen one of these before. It's called a KWL chart. So before you read, it's important to set your purpose before you actually start reading. So before you read, I want you to try and complete this section right here. What do I know? And what do I want to know? And so the thing that you're going to go read about on PebbleGo is about animals and their food chains. And so I want you to think about, what do you already know about food chains? Because you've probably learned about this already. And what do you want to know? And so those are things that you would do before you even start to read the book in PebbleGo. Now, when you read the book, you can be filling in, or after you read, you can fill in the last section, which is what I learned. And that's your independent activity today. When you've completed that, don't forget to go back to Clever and log into Lexia Core 5 to go practice reading on your own. And I will see you tomorrow. Good luck today.